MCU Phase 4.
Okay, so they're going to put out some comic book movies, and some of them might be good. All right, so we're done with that news.
So there's the moment by moment, that Joe Blow did on it and whatnot, and that's all fine and dandy. But here's what you need to know: the final list. When I saw that, it really made me think that this could not have possibly been the initial plan.
Nope.
Right? This looks like a temp phase. So, first things first, Infinity Saga, yay, it's done. Eternals. What do we know about the Eternals?
I know that Angelina Jolie and Selma Hayek are going to be in it.
There's that.
And that's going to be okay by me.
What do I know about the Eternals?
I know nothing.
I know shit all about the Eternals. I know 3 things about the Eternals.
Okay.
3 things. I know that the Celestials made them.
Okay.
And those are the big, cool space gods in the Marvel Universe.
Got it.
But not the same as, like, Eternity and all that stuff. That's another tier of space gods. These are the big, crazy ones.
Okay.
With the cool
like
textures.
Galactus?
Looks like the same style of being. Not the same, but yes. Celestials made the Eternals, and Thanos is one of them, and Ego is one of them.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
It's a big deal gang.
That's it. Big deal gang. That's all I got.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
Angelina Jolie's a big deal in space.
There we go. Space Marvel happening hard and full.
Got it. Yeah, multiple full-on space movies.
It's surprising that, like, despite having that initial Guardians of the Galaxy, who the fuck cares about these guys thing, and now everyone cares.
Yeah.
I see Eternals and I go, who the fuck cares about the Eternals?
Don't you worry.
But no. But it's good. But it's good because new phase should be new things.
Yeah.
This is...
There's a lot of weirdos in this list.
But not enough.
Well,
and
there's always not enough weirdos.
So Eternals, cool. Great. That's coming out. That's a movie.
That's a movie.
Next, Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's a pretty straight-up name.
Yep.
Pretty dead-on name for what you're getting.
Yeah.
And they, like, I guess they couldn't call it, like, Captain America and Winter Soldier, because, that would have been...
Yeah.
Yeah. And what would have been fun is if they called it Captain America and Captain America.
Yeah.
Because that also would have been fun. And in the comics, they both took the shield up at a point in time. And there's arguments about that, so that'd be fun. But either way, that's happening. And...
Is that a TV show?
That's a Disney Plus TV show.
That's a TV show.
So here you go. TV show about the spin-off of the things you like. Now, Kevin Feige said, this is about new beginnings and new things. And it's like, hey, here we go. Okay, spin-off 1 about the stuff. Great, TV show. 2, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Can't believe this happened.
I have no idea. Know nothing about it.
I know one thing.
I know one thing about it.
Is the Ten Rings have to do with the real Mandarin.
Oh. Okay, no, that's not what I know about.
Okay, what's the one thing
you
know?
What was that about?
So in the original Iron Man, there's a terrorist group that shows up, but
the
is
fake,
never
fake
dealt
Mandarin,
with.
yeah.
That has... No. In the Iron Man 1... There's a terrorist group that never gets dealt with that has the insignia of 10 rings.
Yes.
And then in Iron Man 3, there's the fake Mandarin.
Yes.
But they have talked about in fucking interviews that there is totally a real Mandarin. They are going to do real Mandarin at some point in the future.
We just ignored that plot line from Iron Man 1.
No, they didn't ignore it. It was foreshadowing.
For 22 movies
That's
later.
right, foreshadowing.
Shang-Chi was basically willed into existence by the guy who was playing him, whose name I forget. However, he basically tweeted and went, Marvel, when do we get an Asian superheroes?
Are you fucking for real?
And then he had hashtag Shang-Chi. And then, like, yeah, and that was like a while ago.
Yeah.
And now he walks out on stage and he's like, yeah, I'm doing it.
What's this dude's name?
God, what is his name? Fuck.
What's this dude's name, gang?
Liu? Big silence while we wait.
Simu
Liu.
Okay.
Yeah, Simu Liu. So
good for you, man.
So then yesterday, yesterday he quotes that tweet and goes, "Hey Marvel, thanks for getting back to me." So he just tweeted it into existence.
So he just made it real.
Made it real.
Okay.
Out of nowhere, like that. Done.
Okay.
Shang-Chi.
Is that what the movie's going to be about?
Yep.
I made this movie real. Hey.
He can make copies of himself.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's a cool fighting ability for a martial artist.
Yeah, and maybe without the trauma of Multiple Man. Because Multiple Man, that's a bad time.
He retains all their memories, right?
Yep. I told you what happened.
I don't remember.
Multiple Man splits.
Yeah.
And at some point, they literally go off and live their own lives and have their own personalities and separate from each other for long-ass periods of time to the point where one gets married, has a child, and when the mother hands the child to the Multiple Man, the baby just absorbs back into him because he is a multiple. He is not real. That is not real. None of it is real.
Oh, that explains that character's backstory in Hero Academia.
And then that Multiple Man, that copy, has to go back into the original as everyone does, and he gets all of these individual memories of them as they're in their own lives coming together as one. It's fucked.
That seems like a terrible power now.
Not great. Not great. So yeah.
Let's ask Eli. Hey Eli, does TN have this same problem? What's
Yeah.
up with TN's shit?
And all like that is the most interesting thing I've ever heard about the character.
It's really bad.
Horrifying. But that's good writing on an otherwise, like, it's a guy in tights that makes copies of himself. Okay, but put that in the hands of someone who's got a good idea, and you get that shit out of it. And that's the difference between that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
A good writer will do that with a character that's otherwise worthless, you
Yeah.
know? Anyway, WandaVision, which takes place after Endgame.
Yeah. And it's in the 50s.
So all hard bets are that we're going to find out what her powers actually do, and that she's probably going to pull a little House of M and make a little pocket world for herself.
Well, also, is that before or after Strange?
I don't know.
Because Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness...
We'll get there. WandaVision, Wanda and Vision.
Yeah, but WandaVision, because it's old, it's like a TV.
I think so.
Yeah.
But there's also, like, there's set shot. I think it was that there were shots from the set that looked like they were old-timey.
Paul Bettany wants to be a character again.
Yeah, I think they're making her have her own pocket reality.
Somebody in the chat said, I guess it's a spoiler, but Vision's fucking dead. When has that stopped comic books, my friend?
Yeah. So, what exactly... Why'd you stop scrolling? Don't do that. Hey, fuck. God damn it, Internet.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What's happening over there?
So, yeah. So then there's WandaVision. And...
Oh, there's the Loki TV series.
Then there's
a
Loki.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, all the letters are different fonts. So.
Those both logos are terrible, but hey.
But you know who's not terrible?
Who's that?
Loki.
Loki's not terrible.
In fact, he's great. He stole the show so hard that he had to be killed multiple times.
He stole the show so hard that they had to start like fucking course correcting on his character to make him less evil, because you got to keep him around. He's the best. He's the best.
The power of Hiddleston.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
It's a real face turn from kneel before your gods, humans.
Probably, but will it work in a TV budget with no one notable around him and a supporting cast?
Depends. I just want this to be Quantum Leap.
This is just... The concern is ultimately that all of these characters in a TV show budget without any other supporting cast of the same quality.
I imagine some are
caliber.
going to sink and some are going to swim.
Maybe. I hear good things about Legion and whatnot, you know, and so on, but that's Fox, I know, but regardless. Yeah, whatever. TV.
You want to talk about weird-ass timing? You want to talk about the fucking Black Widow movie?
No, because next is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
This is a title that would be terrible if not for the extremely Lovecraftian feelings you get from that title.
That is... They know. That is the intent.
Yes.
Of that.
Furthermore, when they talked about what it's going to be, that was interesting because they said, like every MCU movie, Doctor Strange was funny, and so we don't want to lose that part of things but it's also part of the formula now in a way. But this is going to be the first MCU movie that's also horror.
Yeah.
And apparently, this is going to kick off and introduce a crazy multiverse concept that will be a part of this phase. There were a bunch of things that we'll get to later, but so we don't have time to talk about them, and just mentioned the 10 movies that they're making. Right? The Multiverse of Madness movie with Doctor Strange. First of all, yeah, if you're gonna do multiverse thing, have the wizard, right? But this answers every single question you could ever have about all the converging media brands under Disney. How do the X-Men... Oh. It's multiverse. How do the Deadpool... Oh. It's the multiverse. I mean, Endgame already introduced the concept.
Yeah. And apparently Spider-Man also does as well, to some degree.
And then let's not forget that there is now literally a Netflix verse, which is separate from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. verse, which Coulson walked out of one and into the other.
Yeah, he can do that.
Anyway, so that happened. Then we got What If, which is really cool.
It's literally just called What If.
Didn't expect that. That's fun. I read so many What If comics as a kid.
Yeah.
I got really into What If, and
what do you want this to be?
Well, it sounds like what it is what it's going to be, which is Spider-Verse, except Marvel's version.
Yeah.
Because they realized with Spider-Verse that, hey, that was pretty good. You can do that. That was fun. We can have a lot of fun with that. And you know who's really cool? Bernard from Westworld, season 1, a.k.a.
he's
the
really,
only season.
He's cool.
Yep.
He's a cool man.
Bernard from Westworld is good.
Oh, what's he doing in that?
Jeffrey Wright is playing the voice of the Watcher.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, while Stan Lee was credited as Uatu, and was in the... I'm rehashing so much of the conversation I had from the podcast yesterday, actually, I'm realizing. But anyway, Stan Lee was credited as Uatu, talking to the other Watchers in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So we can take that for what it is, with them nodding to him possibly being a Watcher by showing up in all these places. But Jeffrey Wright is the actual Watcher who introduces every What If comic and says, what if this were to happen over here? And then you go into those stories, and now we can have so much fun because you can do anything with all these characters that you're too scared to do in the movies.
No stakes.
And they're all being voiced by their proper real-life counterparts. So, basically...
So is it a TV show? Is it a movie?
Animated series.
Okay, because, anime. Okay.
But this makes sense.
Yeah.
Because this is now episodic.
It can be all sorts of stupid shit.
Yeah, that's basically where was it JLA ended up? I think where the animated Justice League was a bunch of just disconnected stories and whatnot. So you can just jump around like this, That's really, really cool. But yep, that's the TV thing. And then there's Hawkeye. So once again, TV show. Once again, spin-off of the character from the thing, but it's not the big three, so yada yada yada. Sure. Okay. Kate Bishop's in it. One thing I really enjoy about this, it's the logo from the Matt Fraction Hawkeye book, which is really, really good because that's a fun adventure with just...
is that the one with the dog and he's like, ugh?
Clint with the dog in the apartment in New York, just bumming around.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Really good. Yeah. So hopefully they take that tone and it's not necessarily... the Ronin years, even though the Ronin years would be really cool.
Ronin years are done. We did them. We
don't
saw
really
those.
It doesn't need to thing. But Hawkeye, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Well, now this is interesting.
Very interesting because basically Chris Hemsworth is in it, and Tessa Thompson is in it.
That being Valkyrie's actress.
Yes, Valkyrie and Thor. but neither of which are going to be actually Thor, because it seems like they're going the route of the Mighty Thor. And the Mighty Thor is the new Thor in the comics, who's a girl.
Yep.
And Thor becomes a title as opposed to the name of the person.
Yeah, because somebody picks up the hammer, they usually get all the beefy.
And then Thor becomes the unworthy. And so in this case, that person is going to be none other than Natalie Portman, who got that huge credit at the end of Endgame.
I remember.
For a clip that was
From a different movie.
From a different movie. and who was in 1 and 2, but then wasn't in the others.
So
and,
I always pulled this idea out of my ass, but I felt that the reason why Natalie Portman started to bail on the Thor franchise was because she wanted this storyline faster.
So what I heard yesterday, actually, I thought that she just didn't like the superhero thing and didn't want to do it. Someone pointed out to me, Tough, actually, from the Level Clear podcast, pointed out that apparently the reason why she walked away is because they had an original director. Originally, they had a director that she supported that was a girl that got fired for, I guess, reasons that weren't clear. And she was really upset about that, basically, and didn't.
Because this would have had a lot more kick to it if Natalie Portman had actually stuck around for more of this stuff and been set up more.
But I think, like, the feeling of her not wanting to be involved after that controversy happened, like, her getting that credit at the end for the recycled scene means this was on paper.
Oh, absolutely.
Before Endgame.
This was signed and dotted.
And so that's why she's like, yeah, okay, I'm back in, you know? Like, her returning to the fold 100% comes in with her getting the hammer on stage here. So it's still Taika Waititi, so Love and Thunder.
So it'll be fine.
So it'll be fine.
They also made sure to point out that I think Valkyrie in this is going to be the big gay.
Yep.
First.
Yep.
And I'm like, really? That's the first? That's not.
If you don't count the Russo brother that played the guy at the meeting in Infinity War, because there's a meeting where they talk about the blip.
That is. No, they meant superhero. It's going to be the first openly gay Marvel superhero.
Yes. And so she's the new king of Asgard, right? Of course. And so, so there's her. There's, I forgot Natalie Portman's character's name, but anyway.
Jane.
Yeah.
Jane something.
So she's going to be back. And then there's going to be, did I see that, Goldblum's on the list as well.
He is?
Goldblum's on the list. So he's around too.
Yay!
Big yay.
I love Jeff Goldblum so much.
Doesn't?
Everyone does. He's the best.
Jane Foster. Big Goldblum. That's real, by the way. I listened to, there's an episode of Goldblum
he never
sitting down with Conan O'Brien doing an interview on his podcast, and he's not putting that on as a thing. It is 100% him, and they just make the role morph around him.
This is a compliment, but it won't sound like one. But if you know Jeff Goldblum, you'll understand. Jeff Goldblum is the worst actor of all time. He is completely unable to assume any role or character other than Jeff Goldblum. However, Jeff Goldblum is Jeff Goldblum, and that's okay.
But doesn't that also define all the best actors, like Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson?
It's just infinite charisma just shooting out,
and Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
like these are all people that are an Al Pacino. Like you're a parody of yourself to the point where it's not about the role; it's about you existing in this universe.
Yeah.
So that's happening, and Love and Thunder sounds like the way the logo looks and the way that sounds. It's carrying on the Ragnarok feeling.
Goofy Space Adventures,
right? Ragnarok feeling as opposed to Thor 1-2 feeling.
Good.
Yes. Because Thor's up to the Goofy Space Adventures, so there's another Thor.
That'll probably be a portion of a Guardians movie as well.
Yeah. He's hanging out.
Yeah.
Black Widow
is in a movie.
Is it? Well, Black Widow fights...
Oh, it's not a movie?
Black Widow... Well, first of all, they released some shots of the villain.
They did not release those shots.
It's a
somebody on a set took those photos.
No. There's an official promo piece of Black Widow fighting Taskmaster, baby. Task fucking Master coming in. So
is there?
Just like Cap. Best part of Spider-Man PS4, one of the best parts of Marvel 3. Taskmaster is awesome and confirmed to be the enemy that Black Widow fights. So that's really, really cool. Really, really
Taskmaster is super cool.
Taskmaster's the best!
He's so good. So when I saw that was Taskmaster, I'm like, ooh, that's a comic book weirdo.
Yeah, this might be a girl in the armor. Mm-hmm. They're not sure because we don't know enough about what's going on.
But who cares?
But either way, if it's I studied your move, Sonya.
Yeah.
If it's the same fucking dude, like power and ability, like I love it.
I'd like for them to play up the new thing about Taskmaster, which is the Taskmaster's debilitating memory problems. You see that?
No.
So it's from one of the recent run of Taskmaster in which somebody's like, "Why are you bothering to be a good guy?" to his daughter, and he's like, and he explains that his photographic reflexes are like a memory ability, but they mean that his long-term memory is constantly being deleted to make room for every new thing that
like the thing I said about fighting games?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's fast. It's like on a month-long basis. So he has like debilitating, crippling memory problems all the time.
While he's learning about how while he's improving his fighting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I didn't know that.
Because he's able to gain things instantly, but that means old stuff comes out instantly.
Goes away. Yeah, okay. That's really fun. Huh.
And also explains, like, why is he such an asshole? Oh, because he literally doesn't remember anything. Ever.
Even without that detail, Taskmaster's still awesome.
Yeah, he's still great.
Still fucking cool. So, yeah, that's fun. Skeleton face man in a hood and a sword.
He's not going to have a skeleton face, though.
No, we saw the armor. We saw the art.
I know.
But it's a
Paige was simultaneously extremely excited and extremely disappointed all in one moment.
Is that basically like...
She's a Taskmaster fan now.
It's Alzheimer's.
She's got a fucking t-shirt now.
It's Alzheimer's as a superpower.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the last thing they did was, on a final note, Kevin Feige comes out and says...
Just one last thing.
We didn't have any time to talk about
and then
Black Panther 2.
Yay.
Guardians 3.
Yay.
Fantastic 4.
What?
Marvel 2. Captain Marvel 2. Or Mutants.
And then everyone...
But we have one more person to come out.
And then Cottonmouth walked out.
Mahershala Ali walks out and puts
on... You like Luke Cage movie?
Like, dude, if you had to pick a single human being on this planet to pick up where Wesley Snipes left off...
Yeah.
Who the fuck else are you gonna pick right now? Right? That is the most on-point cast. Like, it's the new Wesley.
Yeah.
It's the new Wesley, straight up.
So Blade is
you got the voice.
Is going to happen.
You got the voice, you got the attitude.
Yep.
That's Blade. Blade is coming back.
Blade coming in has so many exciting things in my mind. Which is... You know how Doctor Strange is like, okay, I don't have time to go save New York or whatever. I got this universe thing going on. Blade coming in and be like, please, there's so many vampires. Can you guys...
yeah.
Can you...
Nah.
Please, guys, there are so many vampires.
Morbius is having a blood orgy as we speak.
Like,
not my problem.
Can I get an assist on the vampire thing?
Not my problem.
Dude, guys... It also means, and I've been browsing our old subreddit to see stuff. It also means that this sets up Moon Knight going to the moon to beg Dracula for his money back.
Will this be PG-13 though?
Oh, come on. Blade at anything less than R-rated is a travesty.
That's what I'm...
And Deadpool established you can have R-rated movies.
But that's what I'm afraid of, right? What if they fuck that up? You know?
That'd be terrible.
Yeah. So the problem is ultimately when we look at this list, right? And you got the big old, like, this is Phase 4. Bah. And you look at the big picture. One, this spans 2020 to 2021.
Yeah.
The entire Phase 4 is 2 years.
Yeah.
That is not the way the previous phases went.
It's also a holding pattern. It's all introduction or what if or alternate or...
More than half of these are TV shows.
Yeah.
Right? The previous phases were all 6 movies apiece, and then the third phase was more than 6. But looking at this list, it's like you got the Eternals, which is new shit. You got Shang-Chi, which is new shit. And then there's Blade, right? But like they didn't. But that's not part of what they're saying is this phase. You know, like that's all.
Yeah.
Right? So the way he talked about all of this stuff, it makes me think they had a plan for a longer, more normal-looking Phase 4.
Yes.
Then the fucking Disney deal happened.
And they reacquired everything they ever had.
And they took the table and emptied it the fuck onto the floor.
They all of a sudden got all the X-Men and Doctor Doom back.
The whole game plan
Apparently Fantastic Four exists as well, but whatever.
The whole game plan went right in the trash. And then they went, Phase 4 is now a micro phase. It's a mini 2-year thing, and it's all about these TV shows, and we'll get one or two things in there. And then 5 is where we get the things you were expecting. Like, because people were saying for a while, Phase 4 better be mutants.
No.
Better be, you know?
Phase 4 sets the metaphysical boundaries to explain why Wolverine can just walk into a store, right?
Well, is it... I mean, I'm thinking...
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but like new cast. Whatever.
Right. You know what I want to happen desperately?
Hugh Jackman?
No. But for all this crossover stuff, you know how they're going to set up
Sure.
multiverse stuff? I was talking with some people last night. We were all giggling about it. I want for the new Avengers, whatever, and for Ryan Reynolds in the suit to just walk into a shot with a Detective Pikachu t-shirt on.
Sure.
And go, hey guys.
Yeah.
And they go, oh hey Wade.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
And I want it to be a totally static, flat shot, like it's weird looking, and then the movie to continue as normal and Deadpool's there now.
Should Wolverine be a short Canadian in yellow tights? In yellow tights?
Yes.
Okay.
The time has come.
So when I look at this list, right, and you see it like he goes, it's all about the new beginnings and whatnot. And it's like, no, this is all about continuing the spin-off franchises for the non-big 3 characters. What I would much rather, because what I wanted the proper new phase to actually be, what I was hoping for, is more shit like Eternals and Shang-Chi, where it's just like, hey, yo, guess what? Moon Knight. Guess what?
A lot of sad people that know Moon Knight.
Guess what? She-Hulk.
Yeah.
That's a character you can do a thing on, right? Doctor Doom's probably going to matter and show up somewhere in all of this.
I feel Doom's probably going to be the big Phase 5 man.
Maybe might even get Strange Doom going on, and we can get them going to hell and doing the fun shit.
Yeah.
Hidden missiles. But like Moon Knight could be. You could take away one of these TV shows and put a Moon Knight logo there.
You could.
You could take away one of these and put a She-Hulk logo there. You could take away one of these and put a Nova logo there. Right?
Fuck Nova. Nova sucks.
Nova's cool. You could. There's a lot that there's a bag of tricks you can reach into and pull out a lot of new names.
Woolie, they got to keep making these movies for 40 years.
But
when you're old, you can get your Moon Knight movie.
Yeah, it's just that like I think a lot of these like Jeremy Renner gets his own show, and then Scarlett gets her own show, and and so on and so forth. They get like a big sort of side payoff, but it would be. I would like it. I would if like the whole like these actors retiring and ending their contracts of these characters almost. I would not mind if we would get to look at some people returning sometimes, but spending more time with some of these new characters that you can establish. You know, so that's the one thing is I wish it wasn't so familiar of a list.
Yeah, well, it will be for this batch.
Yeah, Power Man. Yeah.
They're gonna slide over, but it's gonna be a slower slide than you and I want.
I mean, MCU Luke Cage, save him from the Netflix verse.
I think
Squirrel
casting
Girl,
an existing Marvel character as a different Marvel character is probably the weirdest thing about all this.
Michael B. Jordan.
Was he in?
He was Human Torch in the new
Oh, but
Thor.
that was different. That was a different. Oh, but so was the other Human Torch. Actually, come to think of it, both Human Torches became different characters.
Yes, Chris. Both of them. Okay.
That's weird.
Punisher Warzone.
Yeah.
You know, he's the dude from Asgard from Thor. He's
Yeah, you're. I know it. Who are you talking about?
Okay. In after Thomas Jane, the second Punisher was
I don't know, some guy.
I'm terrible with fucking names, so I can't do this on the spot. Whatever.
Punished Man.
He's Volstagg in Thor.
Who's Volstagg?
One of the Knights of Asgard.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Stevenson.
Who cares about those people?
The point remains, you want to talk about MCU faces that are the same actor.
Yeah, but this was an MCU character becoming a different MCU character. None of those old things were MCU films. But they just wrote out the TV universe, I guess, with this. Daredevil never happened. Shh.
Anyway, well, is this MCU though? Is Netflix
Yes.
MCU?
Yes, it is. No.
No, it's not.
That's
so
what I mean.
then your sentence fails.
No, I said that those old things. Oh yeah. Oh, you're You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Cottonmouth didn't exist.
Done.
Luke Cage never happened.
Nope.
Jessica Jones never got wasted.
Nah.
Nuh-uh.
When they just said big green guys, they literally just meant big green guys.
Can we get a fucking Purple Man back then? Because Purple Man's the shit.
David Tennant's cool.
He's so cool.
Yeah, man. Let's get some more new freaks in this.
Can you imagine if Purple Man walking into an Avengers movie and go fight each other? It's like, okay, it's the end of the movie. Everybody died.
We need some more freaks. We need some more weird picks. Freak picks. Get them out there.
Moon Knight's not a freak pick. He's just some dude.
We don't need all these follow-up TV shows, but Disney Plus really wants your Netflix money. They really want your Netflix money.
The more they split these shows amongst other things, the less anyone's going to get any Netflix money.
And we're probably going to get like Secret War at some point, you know. But
holy shit, that'd be the dumbest. I'll watch it.
Yeah, the problem with all these services is now the problem that Netflix came along and kind of solved is being recreated by TV channels that don't understand that this is the reason why it failed to begin with. TV died because people had to go all these different places.
And spend all this extra money. It was inconvenient.
But hey, by all means, come along and create a whole new fucking set of channels people have to individually subscribe to monthly.
I'm sure they'll won't be able to find any new, more convenient option.
Everyone will love that they have to subscribe to Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, NBC, ABC, and now Disney Plus.
I'm sure you forgot like 5. I can't think of any, but I'm sure you did.
At $6 to $13 a month.
Individually. Even though you only want to watch one show on them.
Like, I throw names out there, like The Runaways, and then someone reminds me, like, oh yeah, that show did happen.
No.
It was exclusive to...
some bullshit that you're never going to watch.
Yeah, so...